Morning. I'm going to read the papers again, but I just couldn't give any money to The Guardian, so I just couldn't do it again. Not today. Not today. I only had £1 on me, and for £1 you get the Mail and the Daily Star. So I'm going to start with the Daily Star. Plain crazy, Ryanair. See, that's a pretty boring front page of both these newspapers, isn't it? Probably not boring for the people whose flight's been cancelled and whose holiday's been destroyed, but for everyone else, it's pretty shit. I'll infect Britain with Corbynism. That's just what we That's just what we need, isn't it? More Corbynism. Height. And the cultural sensitivity in that. Sasha, you naughty, naughty bitch. Let's just make this a bit more user-friendly. Still see a nipple though. You can still see a nip. Still got a... Do you know what? This is a funny story. That when I was in prison, I was in Wandsworth Prison. I was down the block, which was solitary confinement. There's 6 cells down there, and I had 5 of the other cells were Muslims. And this is what I used to do every day. My family used to get my newspapers sent in so I could keep up to date with the news whilst I was down there. And every day I'd get a newspaper, and this is exactly what I'd do. So I'd read the newspaper, and the first time I'd done it, I'd always be arguing with all the Muslims down there. And the first time I'd done it, because I had so much time, I was in solitary confinement 23.5 hours a day. Because I had so much time, I'd read my newspaper, I'd go for every single bit of flesh on a woman. And I'd do this. And then I'd pass it under the door. So that's better, isn't it? That's how you want it, isn't it? So I'd pass it under the door. I'd say, "Oh, Gov," I'd press the bell, get the screw to come. I'd say, "Pass that to the cell next door." And then I sat there the first time I'd done it. I'd done every single thing. Like, look, this. Every single bit of skin was covered. And this Muslim next door, his name was Hobbs from Jamaica, convert, of course. And when he's received the paper, I've just heard this howling. He's like, ah! Because he's obviously opened up the paper. And you know the first thing he's done is he's gone for the page 3. No matter what bloke you are, he's in jail, he's gone for the page 3. When he's gone for the page 3, that's what he's seen. And he's crying with laughter, and we're both laughing our heads off. I said, that's what you want. That's what you want. This is what you want to see. Imagine a newspaper in Saudi. Imagine a newspaper under Islam. Even poor old Vera. I don't want to disrespect Vera, actually. Let's disrespect Colleen instead. So, Colleen. Oh, Helen. I met Helen. Helen, big questions. I was on the big questions. Helen's on the big questions at the same time. Nice girl. Lag moans about his cell phone. Prison is a joke. Prison is a joke. You know, if I wasn't who I was, who would care about going to prison? I've got a mate now. I've got one of my best mates. If I ring him now, he's in prison, just answer his phone. Yeah, you what, mate? He's on Skype. He's on WhatsApp. He's on WhatsApp. He's on all of it. He can video call you. Really teaching them a lesson, didn't we? Wonder why reoffending's so high. X Factor hit by cocaine crisis. Read that headline. Sounds really bad, doesn't it? The true story, I read this online. The true story is that this lad that's doing well in X Factor, talk about trying to beat a man down. He used to take coke. He doesn't take coke anymore. Clean the drugs now. He had a bad period in his life where he took cocaine. Give the man a break, man. Give him a break. It's hardly hit by a cocaine crisis, is it? He used to take coke. He doesn't take coke anymore. Speaks of the good since and learning and understanding how wrong taking coke was. Coked up stab girl. This is the class system in the UK. Yeah, we have a girl, this coked up stab girl. I know about this girl. We have a young girl who is at Oxford University, who's from a very wealthy family. She gets coked up and stabs her boyfriend. Stabs him. She hasn't even gone to prison. In a similar story, we have a young man. I'll see if it's in here. A young man who didn't pay his train fare, got 21 days in prison because he didn't have the money for his train fare. That's the class system in the UK. Money will buy you out. We know this. I know this because on my last case, when I had proper defence paid for, thankfully, by all my supporters, I've walked on every one of them. I've walked on every one of them. And that's the system. As a system, that's so wrong. And this nonsense, you know about singing a song? They sing a song. We used to do it with Enoch Shawumbi, who was a Luton player, singing about him having a big cock. Yeah, that's what the song is. Big, massive black bloke with a big cock. Apparently that's racist now. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. That's just football songs, banter songs. No one's being horrible to him about it. It's banter and humour. It's ridiculous. And then they're trying to stop the song, and they're actually chasing fans down now. They're searching for the fans that have been singing that song, the Man United fans that have been singing that song, for racism. Crazy, man. Let's have a butchers, eh? Now the Daily Mail, the Daily Fail. The Daily Fail. Rhinos queues, boring. You want to know why we left the EU? Why I think the majority of people would have voted to leave the EU? EU will take in 50,000 more African migrants. Yeah, of course you will. At least they're calling them migrants now. They're not calling them refugees. Why would you take in 50,000 more African migrants? Why? Which war are these people fleeing? They're not. They're not. It's just so infuriating. That, I'd say, is the major thing, is the EU forcing and trying to force and tell our countries, you will take these people. You have no choice about it. These are the quotas and you're taking them. Exactly what they're trying to do now to Poland and Hungary. It's infuriating. Eventually help the EU's ageing population by providing workers. No, it won't. If you haven't, you've not learned the lessons. 75% of Muslim women are on benefits, 50% of Muslim men are on benefits. It will not help the working age. It will not help the workers, bringing workers in from abroad, because they won't work. They will not work. If you want to do that, bring in more Sikhs, bring in more Hindus, bring in Thai people, bring in Vietnamese. These people will work. You just, how you haven't even realised this? The Brussels yesterday said it wanted to increase focus on Africa to curb crossings in desert North African state where it's claimed 1 million migrants are hoping to. There's over 1 million. It's not claimed. There's more than that probably. There's millions more waiting to come. It's only started, man. Parents furious, school bans unhealthy lunchboxes. Right? Before we get into this story, we already know. It's pork pies. You know? It's going to be in a Muslim area. It's going to be. A school has banned sausage rolls and pork pies from pupils' lunchboxes. Oh, sausage rolls and pork pies. Well, that's strange, isn't it? Pork. Both pork. The rules imposed to promote healthy eating. Promote healthy eating. Ban crisps if you want to promote healthy eating. One parent said the ban led to a sausage roll being taken from his son's packed lunch. He's put a sausage roll in his kid's lunch and the teachers have taken it out. Pork pies, sausage rolls and pepperoni sticks. That's what's banned. Pork. Pork is banned. This is just a way of getting round to not offend the Muslim pupils. This is the future of most of your schools. Pretty much most schools are now halal meat. But that halal meat ain't good enough. Bacon has to go. Even bacon crisps will end up going, yeah? Sausage rolls, all of this is what it is. I'd love to, do you know what? I would say, because I didn't start this till late, I'd have a lot of time. But I've got a city up to get up to, I've got a mosque to visit, and 5 people's doors to knock. So, peace. If you like this and you want to see more, and you want to help me set up my show, go to tommyrobinson.com.